And of course, we also have the Ultron T128 Plus after the Ultron Mini Pro that we have discussed last week from our channel. And if you haven't seen the video yet, you can click the I button here for our review of the Ultron Mini Pro. And for this electric scooter, without further ado, let's start this.
Let me work it, let me work it, work it, work it, work it, let me work it, work it, let me work it.
What's up, caballeros? Now we are here back at it again to review the Ultron T128 Plus. Finally, the first 13-inch tire electric scooter from
Ultron Philippines.
Now let's get into it. Boys will be discussing everything at the bottom. And after that, the rest will be on me. Take it away, boys.
So to start off, I'll start with the back part of the electric scooter. So for the Ultron T128 Plus, as you can see, we have the 13-inch wheel tires. This is actually 13 by 5. So as you can see, it's really big. So it's in a 3,000 watt motor. For both the front and the back, we have dual 3,000 watt motors. On the back, as you can see, we have your tire hugger, which should protect you from any splashes. As you can imagine, with the huge tires that it has, any kind of water will make sure to get you wet. And moving on, we have here your dual hydraulic spring suspension. So aside from those parts, we also have your metallic swing arm. So you can see it's colored red, as well as your hydraulic brakes that are adjustable. Later, Bryce will discuss further when we get to the upper part of the electric scooter. Moving on to the upper part, we have your signal lights, both for left and right. The back part of the scooter also has park lights and brake lights on the actual body. You can see it here at the back for both sides.
Where is the park light and where is the brake light?
The park lights are the lights at the bottom or the lower part of the body, and your brake lights are the ones at the top, right? So after the lights, as you can see, the body of the T128 Plus is huge. Bryce, do you know how big this deck would be or how wide it is?
Well, I think this is a 2.5 feet long and the width is around 1.5.
So you can only imagine, guys, actually I think we can fit 3 people standing up on the scooter while it's running. Of course, we don't recommend that, but just imagine 3 people can actually fit in this kind of deck. So aside from the huge deck, we also have your dual charging ports that are covered with rubber caps on the side there. And we also have your signature Ultron side panel lights, which is in color blue. And moving on to the front of the deck, we have the Ultron logo on the grip tape. We also have your folding mechanism, which is pretty heavy and very secure. And the C-type single suspension at the front with a fender, which should help you minimize getting wet because of the 13 by 5 inch tires. We also have your hydraulic brakes, same with the back. And that's it for the parts of the electric scooter. For the bottom part, I'll pass it over to Bryce for the other parts of the electric scooter.
And to start off for the rest of the parts of this electric scooter, I'll be starting off with the first stock steering damper for this electric scooter. It's a good add-on from this electric scooter which comes out of the box. So that's a good one for the T128 Plus. Okay, now moving on for the headlights. It's an improved headlight. As you can see, the headlight is now brighter compared to the former T128 version. As you can see, we are moving on to the stem itself. But the stem itself is still the same sturdy stem from before. Still has that aesthetic kind of look with the black and red concept on it. And now moving on higher from the stem, we have the folding handlebars, which is a clip-on type. Now this is actually, in my opinion, this is my favorite part as a folding handlebar compared to the twist type, which is both stable. But it's more convenient to use this clip-on compared to the screw type. because it's easier to fold and unfold. And also, as you can see, Boinks here has demonstrated how to unfold the folding handlebar. Now, as you can see, when you fold this clip-on handlebar, you just have to push the silver button. Then after you push that, you're gonna pull the black clip-on, and you just have to remove the smaller part of the clip-on to complete the folding of this handlebar. Now, going for the unfolding, you're gonna have to return both of the handlebars first, side to side, and now cover it with a bigger black clip-on. Make sure that the smaller one is secured at the bottom, and now push with a little bit of force to make sure that you're gonna be locking on the bigger clip-on for the silver button to go in. Yes, that's how Boinks has demonstrated the folding for this folding handlebar. And before we continue for the rest of the remaining parts from this handlebar, Boinks is going to discuss how he have folded the electric scooter. Go ahead.
Alright, so to actually fold this huge electric scooter, the first thing that you need to do is to fold the kickstand. Once you've done that, you need to unscrew the lock at the right hand side of the locking mechanism. So after you have unscrewed the pin, the next thing that you need to do is you need to hold on to the brakes to ensure that the electric scooter doesn't move. Once you step on the lock and push the electric scooter forward to have it unlocked. So once you've done that, you should be able to smoothly and slowly fold the electric scooter, as you can see here.
And here for the click to make sure it's secured that it's locked.
That's right. To reverse the process and unfold the electric scooter, the first thing that you need to do is to press the locking mechanism with your thumb and slowly lift the stem. And as you lift the stem, you need to push it forward with some force so that it will secure onto the locking mechanism. Once the locking mechanism has been secured, you just need to screw the pin back to its safety position so that you'll be able to use the electric scooter again. And from there, you just need to unfold the kickstand and unfold the handlebars as Bryce discussed earlier.
So just to make sure, you have to hear that click upon folding and also the same click upon unfolding, just to make sure that the lock is in place before you use the electric scooter. Now moving on for the handlebars, on the left, the adjustable hydraulic brake levers. Now for this hydraulic brake lever, you don't need a wrench or a tool just to adjust the brakes for this electric scooter.
And it's also very convenient because you don't need to manually adjust and check on the brakes. If ever there's an issue with the brake pads and the rockers, you just need to twist the screw and check if the brake pads are making contact with the rotors and if there are any issues.
Yeah, that's one good thing from this electric scooter, and also for all the new units from Ultron.
Moving forward.
Yes. And speaking, moving forward, we are moving forward to the switches from this electric scooter. We have the on and off switch, still the same on and off switch from all the Ultron units. And also now we have the left and right signal light. As you can see on the video, when you turn left, it looks like this. And now when you turn right, it looks like this. And also you can see the blue accent at the back of the signal lights. When you turn left, it looks like this. And when you turn right, same as the ones on the left. And also moving on to the horn of this electric scooter. If you want to hear the horn from this electric scooter, that is the horn from this electric scooter, and it's a very good horn, loud enough for the stock unit, because this is a fast electric scooter, so we gotta have to make sure that we are being heard on the road. Beside the main switches, we have the voltmeter with the key ignition. Of course, as always, it has two keys when you bought it out of the box. Now moving on to the right part of this handlebar, we have just the same adjustable hydraulic brake from the left part of this electric scooter. We also have the Echo Turbo and the single dual buttons for switching modes. Now for the Echo and Turbo, the only difference is when it is toggled on, it's running on Echo. When it's toggled off, it's running on Turbo. Now in the case of single and dual, when you toggle it on, it's on dual. But when you toggle off, of of course, it's on single mode, just to make sure that it's clear and you can use it as convenient as you want to, depending on your preference and your riding style and your riding speed. And last but not the least, we have the throttle, where you have the control over your electric scooter.
And that's it.
The summary of all the parts from this electric scooter. And if you like how we discussed the parts for this electric scooter, make sure to like this video. And moving on to our performance test, Miko, take it away. And back at it again for the performance test of this electric scooter, and here is Miko to explain all the performance tests that we did today. Miko, take it away.
Again.
Let's go.
Alright. And of course, our first test is the torture test. So just like in our previous video, which is the Ultron Mini Pro, we did our torture test in a different location.
Which is the Torture
Mini. For our first test, we did the Gear 3 Turbo. And of course, without any hesitation, as you can see on our video, it's able to reach the height of our torture hill.
without problems.
Without any problems, of course. Same as with the Gear 2, to make it short and simple. Now, for the Gear 1, here's a little interesting, okay? Of course, it's a Gear 1, so you can expect that it will go slower, especially with the size and the weight of this unit.
True.
But according to Boinks, who actually rode the unit, he said the unit maintained a speed of 13 to 15 kilometers per hour as it goes along the steepness of our mini torture hill. But the very question is, did it reach the top? And the answer is yes. So it did, and it passed our torture test. To spice things up a bit, so we experimented with the unit and we tried it using the Eco mode in Gear 3. And amazingly, the Ultron T128 Plus made it to the top without any challenges. It did. So that leads us to thinking, how about 2 and 1? It can possibly make it. But again, in real life,
It's not that necessary.
yes, because we all know that when you are about to hit an uphill,
You have to go like...
you'll go turbo
the
gear,
maximum
yeah,
setting.
as possible, as much as you can. 'Cause
But we are just showing the options if you are too afraid to go
Fast.
on dual
Uh-huh.
and then on turbo. So you can still go up hills even on Eco Gear 3. And that's it for our torture test. Now going on to our suspension test. Miko, hit it.
Alright, so thanks, Bryce. So for our suspension test, it was Boinks who actually did it, alright? So as you can see on our demonstration and our video on the test, the suspension, based on my observation, plays very well.
And it's one of the highlights as well from this electric scooter,
Yeah.
because the suspension from this electric scooter is a hydraulic spring suspensions, and it is adjustable.
Alright, wow, that's nice.
So it depends on your preference. If you want a stiff one, so you can use this faster, or you can go with a comfortable one. More comfort that you have, the less safer for bumpy rides. Because
Especially at high speeds.
yes, especially at high speed. So you cannot ride too fast if your suspension is too soft.
If it's too comfortable.
Yeah, so it plays one at a time. So you can just have a stiff one for top speed, or a comfortable one for a normal cruising speed.
Yeah.
And if you like our first impression review for this T128 Plus, don't forget to click that like button
And don't forget to click the subscribe button.
and hit the notification bell so you will be notified every time a new video comes up.
Ding ding ding.
Hi Caballeros, itong T128 Plus natin is 128,000 na SRP. Ngayon, nagbibigay kami introductory price is 119,120. Thank you.
It is available. It's just waiting for you.
Alright.
If you want us to have a speed test for this monstrous electric scooter, don't forget to comment down below the hashtag T128 Plus speed test. If we reach 20 comments of that hashtag, we will make it happen for you, Caballero.
So keep it pouring, caballero.
And for our question of the day,
Can you guess the weight or how heavy this scooter is?
write down in the comments below. We want to know.
Hi Hi guys, una sa lahat magpapasalamat ako dito sa mga Team Caballero. Salamat sa tiwala sa amin sa Ultron. 5 years na kami nasa market. Pinagbubutihan namin yung mga produkto namin, tsaka yung after sales natin, yan yung importante. Every now and then, lahat ng mga feedbacks nyo, sinasabi namin sa Ultron China para maayos natin yung mga konting gusto, ganyan. Anyway, i-invite ko kayo, i-visit tong shop natin. Open to sa any, na i-try natin yung mga electric scooter natin. Tsaka makita nyo yung mga bagong units. Anyway, may mga darating pa na mga bagong units. So, come and visit us.
What are your social pages?
Ang social media namin is, sa Facebook is Ultron Philippines Official. Saka meron kaming Pure Lifestyle PH. Saka sa Instagram, Pure Lifestyle PH din. Thank you.
What will be your contact number and email address as well?
Yung email address namin is xiaomi.manila@gmail.com. Yung contact number namin is 0917-8346-888.
And lastly, the address for the shop.
Yung address namin is, i-waste nyo lang, PYR Lifestyle.
And you're gonna find it in...
Quezon City, near Banawe.
There you go. So that's Pierre Tokyo for you in person in the video.
And that's it for today, Team Caballeros.
See you on the next one. Peace.
Galing mo.